Hi, everybody. Welcome to Discover College Soccer. Today, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Coach Johana from the United International College in Miami, Florida. Welcome, Coach.
Hello. Thank you so much for the invitation, and I'm excited. I'm excited to speak about everything about our program.
Yeah, well, we don't get to do this often, and we're talking to the coach of a program that doesn't even exist yet, right? I mean, you haven't had your first game, so you're building a program right now, hoping to kick off in August, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's exciting. We're building a whole new men's and women's soccer team. Our school have some athletic programs right now, as in basketball and baseball, but we're adding more as our school is growing. So I'm excited. Women's soccer was part of it, and yeah, we're gonna start for the first time this fall.
Okay, fantastic. Now, a little bit more about your recruiting because you're brand new, right? As a program, so you guys are going to be part of the USCAA initially, which is the Small College Athletic Association. And I noticed you in your one of your social media posts, you did say scholarships available. So, what are kind of fill us in on the guidelines and what scholarships are, both from an athletic standpoint at your school, and what are some of the other uh, scholarship opportunities that might be available for folks, whether that's academic money or otherwise.
Okay, so we understand that building a new program, we have to put some little more finances into building a brand new thing. So we understand that, and we have scholarships available. If it's 30%, 50%, even 100%. Okay, so we are able if we're talking about really skilled players that would make a big impact on our game, proper starters. We have full tuitions available. We do not cover housing, so that is something that the players have to think about in the area if they're willing to have a roommate, stuff like that. Usually, it goes around $500 to $600 a month. And usually, what the players do right now is that they stay together. So I know our baseball team, for example, they rented a whole house, and all the guys stay in one house by the school. And basketball kind of the same thing. And we as a school now renting apartment complex as well. So the players won't even have to look for anything. So that is really nice. But that is the cost that they always have to add. But as for tuition, we have many options. If we're talking about skilled players, no matter if you're international or domestic player, we do not offer academic scholarships, but we can look into more independent scholarships based on essays and other achievements. So that is definitely an option.
Okay. Now, building a new team from scratch, obviously you don't want to, well, you want to try to avoid bringing in, you know, 25 freshmen because then they're all there for 4 years, right? And you wouldn't, it'd be hard to bring in other classes. So are you looking a lot at junior college players and transfer players as well?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking not just even for JUCO players, but also for players that already have their bachelor's and they're looking to do their masters with us. So really players with lots of experience. Not necessarily, some people play their whole life, some started a little later, so it doesn't have to be that the graduate student has the most experience, but just overall in general, I would say that I'm looking for players that are really mature and outgoing. So, because it's challenging to join a new program, so players that can overcome those challenges without any unnecessary drama. That's what I would say. It's is what I'm looking for.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Well, let's learn a little bit more about the school. I'm sure there's folks out there not familiar with with the college and even your shirt right there. The first word on there is different than it is now because I know there's a lot of changes going on there. So kind of just give me a little bit of background about the school, what makes it unique, what makes it a great place for people to look at.
Yeah, so that's true. I didn't know you can even see that, but on my shirt it says Uni Latina, which was the previous name because this school is it was founded in Medellin in Colombia by four sisters. And it's actually an interesting story. They were very successful in Colombia, But back then it was kind of bad times with economics and criminality in Colombia, and they were advised by the police in Colombia that if they do not leave Colombia immediately because they were doing good with their business, they could their daughters and their kids might be kidnapped, because that's what was going on in Colombia, maybe is still to a certain point. So they decided to move because they didn't want to be in the danger. So they moved here to Miami. So for multiple years, the college is here in Miramar, which is a really nice urban area with a lot of housing. It's very safe, really nice. It's relatively new, so that's really cool. But I think it's the school really still stayed like kind of like family organized, because the four sisters, they work at the school, and they take care of everything. I always say to my recruits that you have to, when you think about the movie experience that maybe they have from Europe, thinking about how American college is, this is probably not exactly like that. We're not a huge school with a huge campus, like High School Musical, stuff like that. So that's something you have to think about. But the culture, we are a small school, but when some of our teams play, everyone goes. So even though we have just a couple hundred students, our games are always full, and it seems like we're this huge, institution. So that's really nice to see. So it's really cool. But the players have to think about it, if they like more the small, to know all of their classmates, to know all of their teachers, or have this bigger campus. Some people just prefer that, and there's nothing bad about it. So that's definitely something to think about. But I would say it's a good thing that we're based in Miami, because even if you don't like the smaller amount of people in our school, there's always so many people in Miami, and there's always things to do. Any day, any time, there's things going on in Miami.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, let's fast forward and say that we're in September, right? And you've got your team and you've got everything set up. How do you envision a typical week looking for the life of a player in terms of when are classes, when is meals, training, games, all that kind of thing?
So I would say, but it's gonna definitely vary. I want to start the program with a very intense camp that's gonna be going on for 2 weeks. That's gonna be the whole 2 weeks, just soccer. Soccer. At least two practices a day, recovery, team buildings, all that. So that's gonna be very intense. It's also because our school doesn't start until the end of August. So we have some time to really focus on the team and get the chemistry together, because I know it's going to be a new team, so we need that. And when we kind of like transition into normal schedule, I think in the morning we have two times as possible for our practice right now. It's either going to be from 7 to 9 in the morning, or from 4 to 6 in the afternoon. It's definitely also because of the weather here in Florida. In fall, it can be really, really hot. So I personally played my college years here in Florida, and sometimes when you play around 1, 2 in the afternoon, you don't even think about soccer. You just think when it's gonna be over, sweating everything. So that's definitely it's either gonna be in the morning or in the afternoon. Players have the whole day to go to their classes. Obviously have a lunch, and then if we practice in the morning, probably in the afternoon we're gonna have a gym or a recovery session. What is really nice that we have available a facility. We do not have our own gym, but we collaborate with 24-hour fitness, which means that all of our players get a pass, so they can go wherever they want, as well as we're gonna go as a team. And we have a jacuzzi, we have a pool, we have sauna, everything we need for recovery and for practicing. So if they need some extra recovery, for example, they're always welcome to go, to do whatever they need to do. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that sounds like a great option. Well, in terms of the the school itself, I know folks are always curious as to the academic side of things, not just the soccer side of things. So, what would you say are some of the strong points on the academic side of things at UIC?
Okay, well, we focus a lot on business, I would say. That's why we have multiple business majors. So I understand that our options are not huge. As I said, we're a small school and we did not want to offer so many majors that would not be, quality majors that would just put us to have everything. That's not really what the school wanted to do. So we have kind of like three major areas: the business, we offer business administration, then I believe international business management, and then we offer a communications major, which is, I think, amazing for people that are looking into journalism, into broadcasting, anything like that. Because one of the sisters that actually funded the school is a filmmaker. So she also teaches one of the classes. We have our own school podcast. The students get to engage in the pages, in the athletic pages of making them. So it's a lot of, I know it's a lot of fun, and they always have so many workshops. So that's why I personally know it's a really good program. And then we offer travel and tourism. So
Hmm.
that's our kind of like three main areas. And I would say we're very strong. We only have three for this reason, so we can be strong. And also, what is a nice thing that a majority of our students are athletes, because we all love sports, and that was kind of like the idea about the school. So it's very flexible. Really, there's no professor that will make your time not good because of you play sports. So it's very flexible. Some of the classes are hybrid, some of them are online, and it's all depends on your soccer schedule. So that's really nice.
Okay. Well, as you're trying to build this team out and you're looking at all the different players, whether that's transfers or freshmen or whatever the case may be, are there certain attributes that you're looking for in a player, whether that's soccer related or off the field stuff?
No, yeah, definitely. As I said, I'm looking a lot for mature players. It is very, very challenging to relocate, whether that is out of state or whether that is maybe to even a different continent. So I'm looking to players that are willing to overcome challenges. And right now, I'm seeing a little, from especially recruits from Europe. Um, they kind of like want everything. I feel like they want everything to be set up prior, so they need to know everything, every little step, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing to know as many information as you want. But sometimes I feel like they just want to come and have everything set up. But I feel like when you come here, part of the experience and part of the learning is that you kind of like figure things out. So I always tell them that it's like a climbing a rope, climbing a mountain. You kind of like can't start at the top. You just have to come here, and then you go. Then you kind of like build your own future. So not everything can be set up. So that's why I'm looking, and when I'm asking the players, I'm always trying to see if they're willing to figure the things out, because it happens. Sometimes the players hate their roommates, or their roommates hate them, or they don't have enough money to pay housing, and then what now? But you'll always figure it out. There's always a way. So I'm looking for players that even on and off the field, they're willing to figure it out. But when talking about athletic ability, um definitely varies whether I'm looking on highlights. I definitely, in ideal situation, would love to see everyone in person. But I don't get to see everyone, especially now the internationals. But I'm looking for strong players. I think college soccer is very, very strong. The girls here are very tall, attributes like that. So just kind of like an athletic person, and coachable person, who not only talks but also listen. So I
Okay.
think that.
No, that's great. Well, Coach, I'll leave you with kind of just an open generic question. We know we've talked about a lot of things, but is there anything we didn't talk about? Anything you want to make sure people know about, whether it's the school, about your program, or anything else? Now's the time, and I'll leave you with the last word.
Yeah, I think sometimes what the players ask me, what is kind of like their big concern, is the association that we're gonna play in. Especially international players always ask, is it D1, is it D2, is it an AIA? and they might be not familiar with the association that we play. However, I think the level, especially in Florida, of a soccer is very high. You know, whatever you play, it's a destination that is on a wish list for many soccer players, many international students. So, really, any college that you play in the area is very quality program. So I just, want people to know that it's great to do their own research and see what schools play it, what schools are in the area, and to not be scared to enter that. And even if it's not just the D1, if even if they maybe don't know it, we will still play friendlies. We will still compete with those teams. So it's not just like nothing.
Now, aren't there two divisions within USCAA? Are you guys going to be Division One or Division Two within that?
I'm not sure,
Okay.
as we're in the process of joining, how is that gonna go, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I think that might be just for some locations. I
Okay.
believe that maybe in Florida, there's gonna be only one division.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck in getting this program off the ground and creating something new, which is always exciting. And if you get over to my side of the state for any of the ECNL or any other tournaments, let me know and we'll grab a cup of coffee or something. All right.
Definitely sounds great. Thank you
Uh,
so much.
all right. Thank you.